starts right now.
This morning, the husband of missing Almost Park mother Suzanne Simpson is facing 2 additional charges. How the new charges are affecting this case going forward.
A human skull and a skeleton found while someone was mowing the yard, and we're not talking about a Halloween decoration. What the Bexar County Sheriff is saying about how long it's been there.
And some scary stuff here. E. coli linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounder hamburgers has sickened at least 49 people in 10 states. We're going to go ahead and tell you if anyone in Texas has been affected. All right, good morning. It is Wednesday, October 23rd, a hump day, if you will. Here we go.
It is hump day, guys. Thanks so much for waking up with us.
Halfway through the work week.
Oh, yeah, no, we're halfway through. And again, hopefully closer to cooler temperatures, but I'm not sure. It seems like the same song, different day, Justin.
Yeah. Wow, he's shaking his head.
Look at him.
He's got no words.
Okay. I think there is a glimmer of hope next week, but we got to wait a while before we get there. My hope is that maybe we will see some cooler weather, maybe some rain, but it's just too far out to say for sure. Let's first start with the now, and you look at the visibility out there. We do have some fog, potentially, east of San Antonio. It hasn't been too bad so far yet, but we are noticing visibility coming down a little bit in LaGrange, Gonzales, Victoria. We'll keep an eye on that. There could be some patchy fog in spots. So far, we certainly have not seen that here in San Antonio. So, yeah, just a possibility. We're not seeing the clouds like we did yesterday morning, so temperature's a little cooler. 66 at Port SA, 65 for Lotus, 68 right now at the airport, 66 in Bulverde. Pretty nice morning. And as we look at the forecast for today, after some clouds or maybe a little bit of fog this morning, we'll see the sun pop out a lot like yesterday, although the clouds hold on for a while. 89 is the forecast, and yes, very warm. Maybe, just maybe, some changes next week. We're going to talk all about that coming up in just a couple minutes. But let's look at your traffic this morning. How are things at this hour?
Things are looking really peaceful so far, Justin. We do have those typical construction zones. Again, one at I-10 in Woodlawn and another one at I-35. Got the southbound closed at FM 3009, but right here we're looking at 410 and Villamain. Things are looking great. 410 and Morrison, you're also looking good as well. Now, I will say those construction zones will pop up on you in a heartbeat, so if you're driving in those areas, please take your time, RJ.
That's right. So I believe Alex Gomez is hitting us up on the streets right now, out in drive cam for us on this Wednesday morning. Hey, Alex, happy hump day, my friend. I see you have a special guest with you in the news unit.
Yeah, guess who's returning with us, RJ? We have our intern, Renee, who is with me. We're going to be roaming the streets. And right now, there's not too much happening right now. We just left downtown. Downtown traffic is up to speed. And we're going to keep an eye on the driving conditions. I heard Justin say that there could be some fog, possibly in our area. Right now, I'm not seeing anything. But again, if it comes to San Antonio, I'm going to let you know and let you know where those slowdowns are at as well, RJ.
All right, thank you very much for that update, Alex. We'll continue to check in with him. We'll go into our top stories now this morning. 2 more charges for the husband, you see him right here, of Almost Park mother who's been missing since October 7th. That would be Brad Simpson, is now accused of tampering with evidence and having prohibited weapons. That's in addition to the other charges that he's facing that are not related to his wife's disappearance. Meanwhile, the Texas Rangers and the Almost Park Police Department have also arrested a second person in the Suzanne Simpson missing person case. You see him right here to my right. One of Brad Simpson's business associates, that would be 65-year-old James Cotter, is also in jail. He was arrested for tampering with evidence during the missing person investigation. Searches for her have been ongoing in and around Almost Park. Law enforcement officials have searched near Simpson's home and in a landfill on the southeast side of town near where her husband's vehicle had previously been spotted. The Texas Rangers and DPS are also assisting Almost Park Police, the police department there, in search for Suzanne. Police say that Brad Simpson is still not cooperating with the investigation. Almost Park has rarely experienced violent crime over the last decade or so. According to the FBI's Uniform Crime Report, Almost Park police have not reported any incidents of homicide or rape in more than 10 years.
All right, here a story that has some people scratching their head this morning. Some homeowners were mowing their yard off of Highway 90 at Pugh Road, just inside Loop 1604, when they found a human skull and a skeleton. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar thinks that the remains belonged to a man because they were found alongside some work clothes. He also said that the remains may have been there for years because they were bleached out. So far, it's not clear who the person is or how they died.
David Castleberry will spend the rest of his life in prison after an Atascosa County jury found him guilty in the shooting death of Lucio Carmona. Castleberry was sentenced to life on Monday. It took the jury just 20 minutes to convict him last Friday. Carmona was killed in January 2023. According to the Atascosa County Sheriff David Soward, Castleberry and Clarissa Guillen likely shot Carmona during a robbery. Castleberry and Guillen were arrested during a traffic stop. Soward says that both confessed to being involved in the shooting. Guillen is now awaiting trial.
All right, it was another big turnout at the polls for early voting.
That's right. So if you thought to yourself, hey, you know what, I'll go out on day two, yes, then we definitely had a lot more people out there. Just over 48,000 people showed up to the polls yesterday. That's more than the first day of early voting, which we reported yesterday, of course, was 46,000 people, a record there. John Paul Barajas met with the Bexar County Elections Administrator to see what happens right after a voter casts their ballot.
The 2024 presidential election is driving voters to the polls, and Bexar County is on pace to have its biggest voter turnout to date. But once you've completed your civil duty, what happens with your ballot?
Where they slide it in. All of our units take a picture of both sides of that. We have an image of it. Then it drops down into a sealed ballot box.
The DS200, where a voter submits their ballot, then stores all the information from each voter until the end of early voting. The machine then provides elections officials 2 USBs with the numbers from each early polling location.
The officials at the end of early voting break the seals, bring those into us in a sealed container. Chain of custody we follow to the letter.
The newly sealed USBs are driven to the Bexar County Elections Office, where they have to be signed in, passed on to Bexar County Elections Administrator Jackie Callanan, who then puts them away in the Elections Office vault. Once early voting ends,
we will have the Central Counting Station personnel there, and we will start entering those jump drives into our electionware, where it goes and it tabulates them all. But again, we can't push the button. We cannot do that until after the polls are closed on Election Day.
All early voting USBs have to be taken to the Elections Office, but Election Day USBs can be taken to one of 5 regional sending locations, so election officials don't all have to drive downtown, and so they can cut down on time to get the numbers in.
How do we ensure that those USBs are properly handled and sealed correctly?
We trust our officials. We have hardy people with us, and they make those, they're our watchdogs. They do it, they participate in it, and we have poll watchers that are available. They can come in.
She adds there are several other checks and balances as well, such as nightly tallies of people at the polls and how many ballots were actually submitted. And if they don't add up, there needs to be a signed statement from the election official that a person from each party will also be witness to. She also had this message for anyone planning on voting.
Please pack your patience, because we are seeing phenomenal numbers of voters.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Definitely some great information right there, as many people are watching this election process very, very closely. So Bexar County voters have 51 polling locations to choose from during the early voting period of the November 5th election. And today they're open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Early voting runs through November the 1st, so you still have time to get out there. Polling locations include schools, libraries, churches, and community centers. We have a complete list and a map of all the locations right now on KSAT.com.
All right, we just mentioned November 5th, obviously around the corner as the 2024 presidential contest enters its final 2 weeks. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are embracing some different strategies. Trump's campaign is focusing on his base of partisans and voters who don't vote often, especially young men, with different rallies and, of course, media appearances. Harris, meanwhile, is leaning into a more traditional playbook. She's targeting the narrow slice of undecided voters, especially moderates, suburban families, and women.
This morning, the Centers for Disease Control says that E. coli food poisoning linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounder hamburgers has sickened at least 49 people in 10 states. As of this morning, none of those cases are in Texas. However, one person has died and 10 others had to go to the hospital. The death was reported in an older person in Colorado, and one child has been hospitalized with severe kidney complications. Infections were reported between September the 27th and October the 11th. The CDC says that everyone interviewed in connection with the outbreak have reported eating at McDonald's before getting sick, and most mentioned eating Quarter Pounder hamburgers. A specific ingredient has not been identified as the cause, but investigators are focused on onions and beef.
Yeah, very interesting. Well, now a baseball name that many San Antonio fans will recognize. Legendary Dodgers pitcher Fernando Valenzuela has died. Valenzuela pitched in the majors for 17 years and was a 6-time All-Star. The Mexican-born pitcher rose to stardom with the LA Dodgers from 1980 to 1990. That's where he sparked the cultural phenomenon known as Fernando Mania. El Toro Valenzuela also played for the Angels, Cardinals, Phillies, Orioles, and the San Diego Padres. Valenzuela was 63 years old. One more note here, he played his Double-A ball with the San Antonio Dodgers in 1980, who of course then changed back to the San Antonio Mission. So a connection there with the baseball greats and the Alamo City.
63 is so young.
It is, yes. And also the Dodgers are back in the World Series. They're playing the Yankees this Friday. They're going to start things up there. So interesting timing. I'm sure that they'll have some tributes out there at Dodger Stadium for him.
Sure. Yeah. It is 5:11 right now. We're looking at 68 degrees outside.
Well, the city of San Antonio is already preparing for next year's Battle of the Flowers Parade. Yes, it's never too early to talk fiesta. How local schools will be portraying this year's new theme.
Plus, many of you donate your money and your time to our Hurricane Relief Phone Bank for the American Red Cross. We'll tell you just how much you was raising and how many volunteers will soon be on the way to the Southeast to help those in need.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate all the folks who donated and also those volunteers that we had with us at KSAT. As we take a look outside with live cam, again, things off to a nice start. We have been seeing some nicer mornings, but getting a little bit warmer in the afternoon. Justin has the latest forecast for today and the rest of this week. All right, 5:14, welcome back to GMSA. So chances are you're putting up your Halloween decorations or already have put up decorations. Well, the city of San Antonio is already preparing for next year's Battle of Flowers Parade.
Melodies in Bloom, which is a Texas serenade, kicks off on Friday, May the 2nd, 2025. And now a handful of local schools have learned how they will be portraying the theme next year. Texas musical history. They found out through a little game.
Celebrating all things music, and we thought no better way to have the high schoolers pick their float theme than by starting with a friendly game of musical chairs. So they will play musical chairs to determine the order in which they draw, and then they will get to draw their float theme.
That is a fun way to do that, man. Some people get real intense with music.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love it.
Some of those themes for the parade include the Hold Down Harmony, Rockin' Roses, and Mariachi Magic.
Ooh, already. Yeah, already loving the designs there for the Battle of Flowers. Of course, the day parade. Love that. All right, this morning we want to say a big thank you to everyone who contributed to our Hurricane Relief Phone Bank yesterday. We started it bright and early, 5 o'clock in the morning. We're with y'all and ended it last night after our Night Beat newscast. In all the Central and South Texas region, Red Cross made over $7,000 in donations.
Yeah, so it was also given a $50,000 check from SARMA during the 6 p.m. newscast, bringing the total to $56,690. Now, their greatest ask was to register new volunteers to help relieve the volunteers that had already been deployed across 4 southeastern states. So during this phone bank, they successfully registered, get this, 42 new volunteers. Thank you so much. Of course, thank you guys again for your participation in helping the Red Cross provide more relief efforts to those affected by the hurricanes in the Southeast.
Yeah, that is so awesome. 42 volunteers to go help those folks out. Yeah.
Again, it takes a very special individual to dedicate that time, go out into territories that they have no idea what they're walking into, and providing that kind of help. So God bless all of them.
Yeah, and thank you to our volunteers who again hung out with us at 5 o'clock in the morning. Those kids from St. Anthony High School.
Yes, it is 5:17 right now, 68 outside.
Well, move over, cars. We're about to tell you about the FAA clearing air taxis for takeoff.
Okay,
we
so
go.
let's head out. We're not in the air this morning. We're on the roads with Alex Gomez. We're going to take a live look right now with Drive Cam. Of course, after the break, we'll see exactly how your commute is looking. And also, Justin has kind of a spooky forecast. He'll tell you why next. Welcome back. It is 5:19. Meta and GoFundMe teaming up. Their partnership is aimed at simplifying how we use social media like Facebook and Instagram to donate to charitable causes. Among the changes is a new donate button that sends users to an official GoFundMe page to complete a transaction.
All right, very cool. Well, tell me if you guys recognize this movie quote. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Oh my God.
Yay, nay? No?
No.
Doc Brown, Back to the Future. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, director.
Awesome. All right. Well, maybe we're a step closer to having flying taxis. The FAA has published final regulations for what it calls the air travel of the future. The rules include pilot training guidelines and other requirements. In addition to those taxis, they cover cargo delivery and rescue operations.
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. Nope. You can't give me that with wheels. I'm not jumping in with those.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be the only dinosaur out there in the future, but it's okay. Okay.
On the roads.
On the roads.
At least you're owning it.
Yeah, I am. I'm proud of it. Okay, we got a construction area right there. You see on I-35 and Topper Wine. Let's see if we got another camera going on. US 90 and Couples. You're looking pretty great. I don't see any incidents popping up just yet on my little TechStop website, but.
Yeah, it looks like right there,
what's that?
35 South at FM 3009 out there past basically the Cibolo Shirts part of our area. We do have multiple main lanes blocked there because of some ongoing construction. So we're going to check in and see if they could get that cleared out over the next 20 minutes or so. This might be causing some delays out there. Hey, Alex Gomez, he is not in the air. He's on the ground for us. Alex, how are things looking out there, my man?
Yeah, good morning, RJ. I actually wouldn't mind a flying taxi. You know what? We can just fly over right over all those slowdowns.
The construction, yeah.
Maybe in the future, but right now we're actually driving. Me and Renee, our intern, we're on the far north side, 1604 eastbound, near Gold Canyon Drive. Right now, not seeing too many issues. It's kind of quiet out here. We're just listening to some jams. No spooky tunes this morning. I'm waiting for next week, Halloween week. I'm going to put on Thriller, so be ready for that karaoke.
I was just going to say, Alex, you already know you cannot go through Halloween without playing Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh, it's coming.
What about Monster Mash?
Oh, well, yeah, you know what? I actually just heard that for the first time last year.
Thriller, yes.
The best part of the Thriller is the laugh at the end. I can't remember the guy's name. That's the one.
It's good stuff.
Yes.
Whoa, I'm telling you, our director is on it today. She's like giving us everything.
Richard Price?
Vincent.
Vincent Price.
Yeah.
That's
Love
right,
it.
Vincent
Classic.
Price. I knew that. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, here is our question this morning. How much of the Edwards Aquifer's water do we use for consumption? We're talking percentage-wise here. So is it 50%, 35%, 15%, or 5%? In other words, there's a lot of water down there in the aquifer. What percentage of it do we actually use?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, this is a good one. This is
kind of a tough-
today.
I know you guys
question.
report on this pretty often.
We
so
do.
Yeah,
The aquifer's a big deal.
See the results.
It's a big deal. So KSAT.com/poll, or you can scan a QR code and let us know what you think. Yeah, this is a tough one this morning, but I want to talk about the aquifer a little bit. So this is why I put that out there, and kind of leads us into what we're talking about with the drought. So the aquifer is down 0.6 of a foot. As of yesterday, we're at 625.7. And that is a really low number. You look at the average, where we would average for this time of year is 662.8, just to give you some perspective. So the aquifer is way down. Our lakes, our reservoirs, our rivers. This drought situation's, I don't want to say it's dire, but we're starting to get into a pretty serious situation here. 47 days without measurable rain. That is the longest stretch since 1996, as we've been reporting. We continue to add to this. We're starting to move down into the top 10 longest stretches without measurable rain at San Antonio International. We'll continue to keep that tally going for you. Not a good number, right? Not the kind of record keeping we like to do, but it is the way it is. And the Futurecast still shows very quiet conditions as we head towards the weekend. High pressure actually tries to build in. Now, here is the bit of good news. We're trying to find some positives in the extended forecast. Look what happens out west by the time we get into early next week. So we're starting to see that trough. And as I've been saying, when everything's moving west to east, you're not going to get a lot of weather. But if you can start to get some of these troughs developing, that's where you start to get the fronts and the weather and the rain and all that good stuff. This trough does try to move east. Now, it's pretty far north, but there are some indications that maybe it could push a front close to us by late next week. This is way out there. Probably will change. This forecast will change. But if we're looking for a glimmer of hope, I think that could be it. Stay tuned. It's too early to talk specifics. 68 degrees right now, 65 in New Braunfels, low 60s for Converse and Bernie, upper 50s there in Kerrville. And yes, we are dealing with a little bit of fog this morning. Nothing that's too bad, but we're noticing Victoria starting to drop. LaGrange is seeing some fog. We have not seen any here in San Antonio, although New Braunfels starting to see visibility drop there. We'll keep an eye on it. 8 a.m., 68. We're going to call for either fog or some clouds this morning, and then afternoon sun. We're up around 89 for a high. Very warm, and it stays that way all the way into the weekend and early next week. Again, we'll keep an eye on what happens late next week. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe we'll get something. Because we need something to happen.
Well, watch it come down like just like Noah's Ark out there.
Well,
coming up.
That's the way we do it around here.
Halloween weekend, and of course, to have those warm temperatures, not really feeling right, but
not the right vibes.
Yeah.
Not the
It's
right
all right.
vibes.
We'll still have a good time.
It is 5:26, guys. 68 degrees outside.
All right, how about our San Antonio Spurs? We are getting ready for the official 2024 debut up in Dallas tomorrow. We're going to hear from CP3. Yes, Chris Paul III. He is a San Antonio Spur about what he thinks of the season ahead. All right, go Spurs, go. The 2024-25 NBA season tipping off last night. But of course, our new look Spurs, we're going to have to wait till tomorrow to make their highly anticipated debut on the hardwood.
Which they'll do in Dallas. Much of that anticipation lies around Victor Wembanyama, whose ceiling is limitless entering year 2, especially now that he'll be playing alongside Chris Paul, who earned the moniker point guard over his couple decades in the league. And CP3 made it clear that he intends to play the length of the season.
Absolutely. Want to try to be as available as possible every night. You know what I mean? So that comes with, preparing your body day in and day out, trying to make sure you're ready. If you check my history, I ain't never really been I play. If I'm available, I try to play.
All right, well, good for CP3. If he plays 70 games, I'll be kind of surprised. But you know what? He's in the Spurs uniform now. Our coverage begins in Dallas later on today. Sports director Larry Ramirez and our photojournalist, the great Mark Mendez, will get us ready for San Antonio season opener leading up to tomorrow's 6:30 tip-off against the hated Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, you know what? I'm telling you, I take this to my grave. CP3, I can see exactly how his video game avatar looks. Like, he looks identical to a video game sometimes, but hey, man, wish him the best of luck.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun
Point
season. Point God.
All right, 5:30 right now, 68 degrees outside.
While the IRS is announcing some notable changes for tax year 2025, we're going to tell you how your standard deductions will be affected.
And ahead at 6, Saws is nearly halfway through a rollout of its smart meters, why they could be a good and bad thing for customers. A suspect accused in connection to a deadly shooting of a Sonic drive-in manager here in San Antonio is now in jail. What's next following her arrest, in Dallas?
Plus, testimony in a new Bexar County murder trial will start up again this morning. What the prosecution is saying about the deadly shooting and why the suspect's lawyers are saying that it was all in self-defense.
And it's called Doomscrolling, endlessly scrolling through videos on social media. What a doctor is saying this morning about how it can slowly affect yours and your kids' mental health. Good morning. It is Hump Day.
It is. Yes. October 23rd, obviously, you know what, not feeling very October weather-like.
Yeah.
It's Justin Horn, the man here. I see you shaking your head a little bit.
We just haven't had a fall yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it just hasn't happened. We had a couple days in the 70s, but it was like 2 days. Otherwise, we've been in the 80s or 90s. That's going to be the case again today, I'm sorry to say. I do think that by next week, maybe there are some changes abound. We'll see. We'll see. But let's take a look across the country. And it is still remarkably quiet. I mean, you just don't see this in late October for there to be hardly any rain in the lower 48. I mean, there's nothing out there. Just a really quiet weather pattern that we're in. And that includes here in Texas. And it is dry, it is quiet, but we are dealing with a little bit of fog in spots. Know that east of I-35, there could be some patchy fog this morning. So far hasn't been a big deal. 68 in San Antonio, 65 Bulverde, 67 Canyon Lake, 64 Nixon. In our forecast today, 82 at noontime. Partly cloudy and then mostly sunny this afternoon. 89 is where we end up, another very warm day. We'll talk about some of those changes next week coming up in the extended forecast, but let's talk traffic now. We had some issues yesterday, maybe not as bad today, guys.
Yeah, no, things are looking much better today, but again, at this particular zone, I think this is some type of construction at I-35 and FM 3009. So again, if this is a part of your commute, please take it easy, take your time. But at this time, we don't see any crashes right now happening through TxDOT.
Yeah, no crashes right now, just some lingering construction that we see during our overnight hours. Of course, that one out there, Roy Richard Drive, that one's going to be for our drivers in Cibolo and the Schertz area. Let's check in with Alex Gomez with us in Drive Cam, and he's hanging out with one of our interns, Renee, on this hump day. What's up, Alex?
Yeah, good morning, RJ. Happy hump day. Right now, we are still driving on the northeast side this morning. We're coming down 35 southbound near Eisenhower. Right now, the roads are quiet, no accidents to report, so we're going to keep on driving, and if anything pops up, we'll let you know, RJ.
All right, thank you very much for that update, Alex. We know that he will be on it if anything does happen across the city of San Antonio. Jeff?
Thank you so much, RJ. Well, 17-year-old Adaya Namir Robertson was on the run for weeks, accused in connection to the deadly shooting of a Sonic drive-in manager here in San Antonio. But now she's finally in jail, arrested by U.S. Marshals in Dallas. Now, that shooting happened on July 7th on Babcock Road. San Antonio police say the 33-year-old Daniel Shrewberry was shot and killed after Robertson is accused of trying to pay with a counterfeit money. Now, she eventually paid with real money, but then police say that Shrewberry went outside to take a photo of Robertson's license plate. Joshua Joseph, who was with Robertson, got upset and threatened to assault Shrewberry. Police say that moments later, Robertson got out of the car and shot Shrewberry. And a man who was with Shrewberry, Joshua Joseph, again, was arrested. He was taken into custody back in August.
Yeah, just a sad situation there. While testimony in a new Bexar County murder trial will resume this morning, an encounter over petting a dog is at the center of this trial. Jordan Eden, who was 18 at the time of this deadly shooting back in December of 2021, is facing a murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge. Prosecutors accuse Eden of approaching Valentin Gonzalez and his wife Brittany at an apartment complex courtyard on the northwest side. When Brittany pet one of his dogs, Eden yelled at her and then is accused of pulling out a gun, firing a shot in her direction.
Is it reasonable to shoot and kill her husband, who is defending her life after he has just witnessed his wife be shot at, only for petting a dog?
All right, so take a look at this video there, because this is of the shooting. It shows that Valentin Gonzalez punched Eden after the petting dog incident here and then tries to get the gun away from him, but he was fatally shot twice. Yeah, some very dramatic video that we're seeing right there. Eden's defense team is claiming that this was all done in self-defense, and what happened before the shots fired was not captured on video.
The Internal Revenue Service has announced some notable changes for tax year 2025. New tax brackets reflect an increase of about 2.8% since 2024 due to inflation. Now, as for adjustments to standard deductions for single tax filers or those married but filing separately, the standard deduction will increase $400 from 2024 to about $15,000. For married couples filing jointly, the standard deduction will increase to $30,000, which is a jump of $800 from 2024. And for heads of households, the standard deduction will be $22,500, which is an increase of $600 from 2024. Now, these policies will apply to income earned next year, which means it affects their tax returns in 2026. A lot of adulting information right there that I'm still
I was going to say, yeah.
I'm on the struggle bus.
Same here, too. Adulting hacks for sure. I'm not even thinking about taxes at this point, but hey, that is good information there.
Yes, it is 5:39 right now. We got 68 degrees outside.
All right, endless scrolling through videos on social media can slowly affect your mental health, and it can have an even worse effect on your kids. We're going to tell you what a children's mental health specialist says about fixing this bad habit.
Plus, Denny's planning to close lots of its locations across the U.S. We'll tell you when and how the menu will be affected as well.
And we're taking it outside with a look at live cam across the beautiful city of San Antonio on a Wednesday morning. Again, things looking pretty good out there in terms of our weather. Traffic moving along pretty smoothly in the major part of San Antonio. We're going to check in with Alex and Justin to get a look at our forecast.
Welcome back. It is 5:43. Your opportunities to get a grand slam at 3 in the morning are about to shrink dramatically. Denny says that it's closing 150 restaurants in the next year or so. 50 of them will shut down by the end of the year. That will leave about 1,400 locations still open. So far, Denny's hasn't revealed which locations will close. Denny's also plans to cut its menu options by more than half, going from 97 choices to 46. You know, only time I think about Denny's, I think about Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that, you know, he made
5-0.
Yeah, Jesse made them pancakes look good. But yeah, no, that's the only times I've ever dove into Denny's.
Yep.
But hey, if you're a Denny's fan, get ready.
Hey, that 3 a.m. Denny's run, though, that kind of bring back some memories. Okay. All right. Some Honda drivers will need to have their cars inspected soon. The automaker announced a recall of roughly 720,000 of its vehicles due to potentially defective fuel pumps. Honda says that the pumps could leak and pose a potential fire hazard. Among the cars included in this recall, that includes a 2023 and 2024 Accords and Accord hybrids, and 2025 Civic sedan and sedan hybrids. 2023 through 2025 CR-V hybrids, they're going to be also on this list. All right, now to something here that is a pretty interesting topic. Your mind tells you it's time to stop scrolling and just go to bed, but just one more video. That's it. You just want to see one more thing. It's a bad habit that is known as doom scrolling.
I've learned that I've started doing that a lot here lately, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to stop. So mental health experts, tell us that we are hooked to social media, but it's really causing stress, anxiety, and depression.
That stress that happens when we're looking, maybe when we first wake up in the morning or when we have those 10 seconds, that those stress hormones actually last 12 hours or more.
That pediatrician right there says that doom scrolling can cause brain development and social behavior problems in our children. She tells families to set timers to remind themselves to disconnect from electronics.
I think we need to make time to just connect with our kids and not just send them outside, you know, and they're not wanting to go, but go outside with them because it's really good for us too.
On average, an American adult spends about 2.5 hours a day on social media, but listen to this. An average American teen spends nearly 5 hours on social media, girls leading the group over the boys.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because, again, I will sit there sometimes and next thing you know, I'm like, oh man, it's been 3 hours. What happened to my life? So, yeah, we got to put this down. Okay.
Well, I like getting that weekly report where it says you've gone down, but I mean, that's at least a little bit of hope, some light at the end of the tunnel.
5:46 right now, 68 degrees outside.
All right, let's take you outside. Drive cam, Alex Gomez hitting the streets for us. It looks like he's potentially going through some construction right there, or maybe just the upper levels of some of the highways. We're going to check in with him just before we get done with our 5 o'clock hour out there in Drive.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check your school's saying first before saying it.
High tide! High tide, guys! High tide! High tide! High tide! High tide!
It's roll tide.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Can Nariva support your brain health?
Mary, Janet, hey!
Eddie, no, Fraser, Frank. Frank?
Fred, how are you? Fred.
Support up to 7 brain health indicators, including memory. Check your mail for exclusive Nariva deals.
Panera's mac and cheese? Fave. Tomato soup in a bread bowl? Fave. All your favorites, always at Panera. So grab a chocolate chipper. We know it's a fave too. Panera. Free, no fee delivery for My Panera Rewards members on our app.
All right, taking a look here at your traffic authority, and we're going to start things out here. Drive cam, Alex Gama's hitting the streets for us. Looks like we have cleared out that construction 35 southbound at FM 3009. What's up, Alex? How are things looking out there?
Yeah, good morning, RJ. Things are great right now. Our 5 a.m. drivers really got lucky because most of our highways are smooth sailing. Check out the west side right here, 90 westbound near 36th Street. No issues over here on the west side. Hopefully our 6 a.m. drivers get the same amount of luck, RJ.
All right, thank you very much, Alex, for checking things out for us. Our 5 o'clock hour, of course, expecting a lot more people out there for our 6 o'clock commutes.
All right.
Glad to see it's quiet out there. Hey, this is a map that we didn't expect to really be talking about, because it's been so warm. But I do want to throw this in there. When is our average first freeze? It seems like that would be a ways off the way things are feeling right now. But you know what? If you look up towards Kerrville and Fredericksburg, their average first freeze is actually October 31st and November 6th. So we're coming up on that, and I think we'll probably get past that before there's any sort of threat of a freeze. And let me be very clear, there is no threat, absolutely zero threat of a freeze anytime soon. But this kind of lays out some of the dates here in San Antonio. We average a first freeze around November 28th to December 4th. And as you see, to get into the hill country, it averages a little bit earlier. But something we'll watch. We've got some fog, a little bit of cloud cover out there this morning, and then those go away. We'll see plenty of sun this afternoon, and yes, well above freezing. 89 this afternoon, another warm day. Right now, we are at 68 at the airport, 64 New Braunfels, 63 Bernie, 58 in Kerrville. There's a look at some of the fog. Really isn't that bad. LaGrange has seen visibility come down about a mile. Gonzales starting to see visibility come down. New Braunfels has been bouncing back and forth, but there could be a little bit of fog there. Nothing here in San Antonio. And as we look at the big picture here, the futurecast, we're still seeing that zonal flow, meaning everything's moving west to east, and that's going to keep things quiet. What changes is next week. This is Monday. We start to see a trough out west. This starts to move across the country. Now, will it move far enough south to push a front into South Texas or give us any rain? Too early to tell, but some of the models are hinting that this may be a little bit stronger, and that could change our weather at least a little bit late next week. We got to get a few more model runs in there before we can say anything specifically of how this will play out. But something to watch late next week. 88 tomorrow. We'll probably start off with morning clouds tomorrow. 89 Friday. And then look for temperatures in the upper 80s this weekend. And we did add in that very small chance of rain on Tuesday to account for, again, maybe a little bit of a pattern shift, maybe a couple showers trying to work in by the middle part of next week.
All right.
You know, your shirt and tie match that freeze graphic. I don't know if that's the reason you did that.
Maybe I did. I'm not that good, unfortunately.
All right, just an observation. All right, 5:53 right now, 68 degrees outside.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Thanksgiving pizza. Can it replace your Thanksgiving turkey dinner? I doubt it, but we're going to talk about it next.
Gross.
5:56, welcome back. Well, not sure how I feel about this story. If you really don't like preparing your upcoming Thanksgiving meal next month, don't worry. DiGiorno's is bringing back its Thanksgiving pizza, which the company says, quote, fan favorite. I don't know about that.
Right, so the frozen pizza includes many of the toppings of the Thanksgiving and pizza all in a slice. And that includes roasted turkey, gravy, green beans, cranberries, crispy onions, and a bit of mozzarella and cheddar cheese on a Detroit-style crust.
Yeah, no. Okay, so sad news, though. The pizza does not have diced sweet potatoes, which were included in last year's version. It sells for about $10.
I mean, that sounds like a great option if they did. I'm sorry, I don't like any of my food touching. So all in one slice is too much.
Yes, yeah. That's a lot going on there.
To each their own.
Yeah.
Okay, so up next, Saws is nearly halfway through a rollout of its smart meters. Why that could be a good and bad thing for customers.
And taking one more look here at Drive Cam. Of course, Alex Gama is scanning the roads for us. Things have gone great during our 5 o'clock hour. Expecting a lot more people on the roads. We're going to check in with Alex. Also get our Wednesday forecast with the one and only Justin Horn. We'll be right back.